Why, hello there, all my beautiful people. I woke up at 4:50 today. I hit the gym, just got out of it. If you didn't hit the gym today, hit the gym today. You're going to feel amazing as I do right now. And today's pep talk is car edition, as you can see, as I'm going to school and I'm going to grab some coffee on the way. So come along. There's going to be a lot of food for thought and a lot of interesting thoughts. So let's go. Alright, so this is the way you guys are going to see me today because there's no other way to attach the phone. And I'm sorry if the sound is not going to be the best because my microphones are not the best, but I am getting new microphones that are really good quality literally tonight. So the sound is going to be really good from now on, and let's just power it through. I believe that we can make this work because I do have a lot of things to share today, and yeah, let's dive into it. So let's talk love. Doesn't have to be relationships in love, it can be friendships in love. Let's just talk about love that you have to pour out into the world and this yearning for love because you have so much love to pour out and you're so tired of not being able to do that that you will pour it out onto anyone as long as you just get it off yourself because you have so much, your cup is overflowing and you just don't know where to go with this love and you're so tired of waiting for the right person. You have so much to put out. You better believe that there's a person out there who has as much, who wants to love as deeply, who wants to be successful as bad. And I think a lot of people are just in waiting seasons like this. If you don't make waiting proactive and if you don't focus on yourself as you're waiting, then that will all just be a loss of time. And you're not going to be getting any better as you're waiting for anything to come into your life. It doesn't have to be a person, it can be a circumstance, it can be a opportunity. As long as you're investing your time into yourself, nothing can be lost. No time will ever be lost as long as that time is poured back into yourself. Another point I want to add that I truly believe in, and it is so overused, but it's so true that when you're not waiting for it and when you're not looking for it, it will find yourself. Especially if you're a girl, do not look for a relationship deliberately because that is just such a frequency loss. That is just such an energy loss. That is such a waste of time. People who genuinely just go out and look for a man look so desperate to me. And they look so just like they have nothing to do with their time. Like they have nothing to pour into themselves. And it's just, I love how my camera gets tilted all the time. Let's switch the topic a bit. Let's talk about how I feel like people always struggle to find motivation, that factor that is just going to be driving them so much that hard things that they have to do are just going to be almost effortless because they're just so motivated. That doesn't exist. All that I just stated, that does not exist. Hard things are going to be hard things. Discipline is always going to outweigh motivation. The fruit of discipline is motivation. Like, you will always, always, always find it motivating to do hard things and then looking back and saying, I could do that. I did that and I could do it again. And for me personally, it just gives me so much inspiration to think about how many hard things I've done and how I'm still moving forward and still bettering myself. And still, I have so many dreams to accomplish, and still, I have so many plans for the future, and I have so many more hard things to do. And that just gives me excitement. That gives me excitement. That gives me not just motivation, that gives me just a genuine drive to live, to get up in the mornings, to hit the gym at 5 a.m. That's what drives me. Your soul and what you truly want has got to drive you. Guys, I'm getting my Starbucks order and I am so excited because I didn't eat my pre workout today, and always eat your pre workout because it just makes the workout so much better. Alright, let's talk about fear of failure and fear of people judging you because those are two different fears, but both can stand in your path for success. Fear of failure, I feel, is much harder to overcome than fear of people, because fear of failure is you thinking that you're not enough to do something. Fear of failure is not necessary because you will fail. There's no point to fear something that everyone goes through because as everyone tries to build something, any single person will fail. Any single person will fail on their path to success. And as long as you get up and go at it again, you will still become successful because you will have no other way but to become successful if you get up and go at it again. You will inevitably fail. It's absolutely inevitable, but it teaches you so many lessons. You just take your lesson and you go again. Take your lesson, go again. That is going to happen so many times to you. And if you fear failure, then you simply fear success because success only comes after so many failures. You know, there's a quote that says, I have failed more times than you have tried because in order to succeed, I have to fail. Fear of people, on the other hand, is a little bit different because that is you just being scared of what your people, your friends, people around you are going to say about you. And I don't know how to overcome that. You just got to stop caring. You just have to stop caring. Why do we care? Why do you take advice from people who don't have your dream life? Why do you take advice from people who don't have your dream car? Why do you take advice from people who didn't get into your dream college or didn't get into good college or didn't get into college at all? Only take advice from people who have your dream life. And that is not going to be a lot of people. That is most likely not even going to be people around you. So that means that people around you have worthless advice. And there's no need to listen to them. There's no need to care about what they're going to say. Either way, whatever they say, you can choose to listen to it or not. You can choose to listen to constructive criticism and take feedback. But if people are just hating and people are telling you not to do something, that means that they're projecting their fears onto you. They're projecting their fears of failure onto you because they saw their relatives or they themselves tried something and they failed. They're going to project that onto you, and you can't listen to that. You can't allow that into your brain. You need to cut it out. Sometimes people are just talking and you gotta have like volume down. Like just don't listen. Volume down. Just tune them out because that is gonna cost you a lot. That seed in your brain is gonna cost you a lot. Also, you gotta understand that haters are literally fans. Haters are your undercover fans. And haters are spreading the word about you, which is what you want for success. People underestimate attention. Haters are giving you their attention. It's all about attention. Especially if your success is built on attention. If your success is built on something like business that more people have to see, or media that more people have to watch, or anything in that term, people underestimate that there's no good attention or bad attention. If people hate or if people love, they're still giving you attention. And if people hate about you and go to talk to people about you, that is still attention. They're still spreading the word about you. They're doing you a favor, honey. I have read one of Robert Greene's work, and one of his laws of power is do not underestimate the power of attention. Either it's bad attention or good attention, it is still going to bring you success because as long as people's eyes are on you, that is something you can work with. People who hate on you are really just doing you a favor. They're also projecting. So you have to have enough power and enough knowledge to be able to analyze them and look at the root of why they're projecting their fears onto you and why they are the way they are. And so when you really get to that point of analyzing a person and you see that, oh, they actually have just this childhood trauma, and then you just start feeling pity for them. You truly just start pitying them and you stop seeing them as the real threat because they never are and they never were and they never will be. Because all they do all day, all their lives is just look at people, find the flaw and hate on it. Even if you're truly not good at something and you think that they have the right to hate, they're low-key right. I truly am not good at this. I posted this YouTube video. It's not that good. I think they have the right to hate. It's okay. You're still growing and they're still doing you a service. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the context is. Just keep it out of your head because you can only succeed at something by failing. And so I will continue, I'm just using my own example, but I will continue posting those YouTube videos until I get so good. I'm going to get invited to podcasts, until I get so good. I'm going to get so many subscribers, because you can only get good at something by practicing it. You can't learn to be good at something by theory. You can read a lot of theory, but as you try your first time, you're never gonna be good at something from the first time. You have to practice and you have to put it out there too. You can't just make a YouTube video and post it and list it. To be, you have to expose yourself to that kind of attention. Expose yourself to attention from early age so that you're used to it. You're used to hate. You're just used to practicing and people seeing it, and people seeing that maybe you're not good at something, but they will see you get better also. Alright, I think I'm gonna end on this note. It feels a little bit unfinished, but I got matters to attend. I have so many things to do today, but I'm happy I found time for this. I'm happy I made it work like I always do, and I'm happy that you guys stayed. And see you in the next one. Bye.